And now to an update. The Lopez Fire near Lopez Lake was determined to have been started by a smoldering campfire. As crews work to contain the fire, they want to make sure people know how to properly put out a campfire. KSBY's Melissa Newman joins us live from San Luis Obispo with those details. Melissa?
Karina, it may seem like common sense to put out a fire before you leave your campsite, but today a member of the U.S. Forest Service shared with me tips to make sure your fire is really out.
There we go.
A simple flick of a lighter can quickly turn into this, a raging wildfire forcing campsites to evacuate. It's something camper KERRY ZELLER says he's experienced several times at Lopez Lake.
It's the first time we were out here where there was a fire. You can't see the flames, but this was, you pan your camera over there, right over that hill. And so it was get out.
Zeller says because of these experiences, he won't start campfires and fire pits at the campgrounds on dry, windy days.
Fire is one of the best things we can have, and it's can be one of the worst things we have. You have to respect it. And camping out here and having a fire, just respect what's out here.
For those looking to build a fire, MADRIGAL with the U.S. Forest Service says it's important to have a hose, bucket, and a shovel for when it comes time to put the fire out.
What I like to do is just dump some water in there and get the process going of how to extinguish it properly. So what I do is have my shovel, and I like to stir things up in there to make sure that the water penetrates anything that might be burning underneath your wood.
After repeating the process several times, MADRIGAL says sometimes a fire may look like it's out, but it's best to use the back of your hand to check.
And if you feel anything still kind of warm to the feel, add some more water and do the stirring process again.
Now, how you start a fire is often as important as how you put it out. The U.S. Forest Service recommends keeping your fire small and not using paper to start a fire, as the paper could blow away and start a fire somewhere else. Live in San Luis Obispo, Melissa Newman, KSBY News.
All right, Melissa, thank you. And back in July, a 3-year-old girl was severely burned by stepping on a campfire that was not put out properly at Montaña de Oro. The Lopez Lake fire is 70% contained and has burned 220 acres.